Okay guys, sorry, a little hot and sweaty, but I just wanted to try and get a video out for the tournament so you could watch it on the way to Starfire today. Sorry, we've got a crazy dog running around. Okay, so far, well done. We made it to another final. Excellent work. It was really hot yesterday. We had limited numbers, so really, really good effort. It's been fun. It's been a good tournament. Yesterday afternoon was a little bit of a struggle. They were playing with pretty much 7 girls behind the ball, so it was really congested. I think they had one girl up with Maisie, and everybody else was kind of clustered in around this area. It kind of looked like that, and we were pretty much in the same area, so everyone was just tight and tucked in, and it was one of those ones where it's just a battering ram. We're trying to get our way through. We had some chances, but it just didn't seem to go in. But until the end, very similar to the Turkey Australia game. If anyone saw that Turkey last night, Turkey's great on the ball. But Australia had everybody back, and they got 2 goals on the break. Australia won 2-0. Turkey are a much better footballing side, but Australia won. So you never know in football. You've got to put your chances away. So how are we going to try and combat that if we come across the same scenario? We combat that basically by trying to keep our width. Wilder centre mid yesterday morning, best I've ever seen you play. Really good. The way that you were taking the ball and you were dribbling, and if you didn't find something, then you have the ability to turn, and then we went the other way. So if Wilder's doing that, she's running the show. If she's running towards you, say this is Elliot on the side here, we want Elliot then to make that run pretty much to the touchline. Then she can receive that pass, and then a couple of touches in, and then we're trying to either hit front post there or around the front post of the box, or we're trying to do those cutbacks. I'd like to see more balls cut back today. Yesterday we had a few chances, especially down the right-hand side where we're around here. Okay, we're trying to shoot, and it's a really narrow, it's a very difficult angle there to try and get any joy and score those goals. You're going to be 9 times out of 10, you're going to be better off trying to square the ball back to here, and then hopefully there's somebody there that can slot the ball in. Okay, so it's width there. What width also does is, if our 2 white girls are here and here, then the defenders from here, if the defenders were there originally, right, and our white girls are about here, and then we move out to here, they have to follow and come and mark us, right? So now they've moved from there to there, okay? So we see that picture, and what does that create? That creates big pockets of space in between here. And that space where you can slide little through balls in, or that's space where instead of you having to take on 2 people now, you just have to take on 1 person. So that's what that does to the game. We want to try and maintain that width. The crosses, if we keep the quality up, we will get goals from them. Saying that, with our crosses, okay, if we've got the ball coming in, what I want is center forwards to be attacking the front post. I want bubble position to be around the penalty area, and I want the opposite side back to be around here, and just hold your positions. Okay, so we want to have a fairly good even position. We don't want just all 3 of you on the goal line blocking, making things more congested. And this person here, whoever's playing this left winger, if this person's shooting up here, you've got to bust a gut to get yourself in there and make that chance. If you don't get in the box, you're not going to score goals. Simple as that. So that's our width. That's what we want to see today. Also, just quick reminder, I would like to see a little bit more of just center mid playing to bubble, bubble playing back to center mid, and then we play off from there. So that little 1-2 pass, it was tough yesterday because it was so congested, but we might have more of a chance of doing that today. Again, if it gets congested, okay, if they've got a bunch of people back here, you don't need to beat everybody. The ball gets thread through to you. Can you just take a quick touch inside and then get a shot on goal? Quick touch and shot on goal. And then with our shot on goal, can we just get a nice strong contact on the ball, get a clean strike? I think what happened yesterday for the first goal is it went in off a defender. So you never know. You get a good strike, if it clips a defender, beats the goalkeeper, those ones are hard to save. So not feeling like we've got to run around everybody in the box. Okay, if you've got a little space, take a touch, shoot. Okay, we said yesterday composure. We were saying composure a lot to you guys. And it's hard to have composure when you're exhausted and when you've played a couple of games of football and when it's 82 degrees out. Okay, so I get that. But just going to tell you this little analogy here, a little poetic analogy. So if I gave you a blindfold and I gave you a paintbrush and I said to you, I want you to paint me a picture with a blindfold. Do you think that picture would look any good if you had the blindfold on? Answer is probably not. Okay, the game of soccer it's an art form and it's very similar to that. Okay, if we are playing with our head down, looking at the ball, we don't see the picture. You don't get to see the easel. You don't get to paint your picture. So the most important thing, you receive that ball, you get a good first touch, and then you get your head up, and then you look and you see what's around you. Okay, that's what gives you the composure. If your head is down looking at that ball and you're just in panic mode, then good things are not going to happen. So today, really train. How do we get to that composed state? We make sure we get, number one, good first touch. Number two, have we got a little space? Look up, and then it's decision making. Have I got space? Can I dribble? Is there somebody on me? Can I lay the ball back? Can I take the ball forwards, etc., etc.? Okay, but making sure we've got our head up is so important. Last two or three things, two things. Okay, corners. Hazel, I was shouting at you yesterday a lot for this. Sorry. What we want from corners, pretty much the same. Okay, we want our center forwards. If our corner's coming in from here, we're going to have our center forward attacking in here. Okay, we're going to have our opposite back kind of around here. And then the other two players, let's say center forwards, center mid is here or bubble is here. So at least we want 3 players. Okay, and then as the ball is connected with, we want this player here to just be an irritant, and then these 2 players here coming in from the edge. Okay, they're coming in from the edge of the area. They're timing their runs to meet the ball, to connect with the ball, so they have forward momentum. They are not just stood here waiting. Okay, girls, we've told you this so many times. Can we get this right today? 1 girl starts in the box, center forwards, front post. Other 2, one's roughly on the D, one's kind of more towards the back. Okay, ball gets kicked in, and then we start to move in, and then can we get a good connection? Okay. And then finally, goal kicks. So we're just going to have 1 person rush goal kicks. Okay, it will be either the center forwards or the bubble. It will probably be whoever's the fastest out of those 2 players there. Okay, everybody else is just going to hold position, hold shape, and you're just going to keep on your people. Okay, we're going to stay on our people, and we're going to see whether or not they have the ability to get through that. Okay, so that one's pretty simple. We're normally good at that. Okay, and that includes the defense as well. The defense makes sure you're pressed on. Finally, from our goal kicks, we've got that build out line, which gives us a lot more time, and nobody has really pressed us hard on our goal kicks. So our general tactics, we know we play out, right? We either go left or we go right, okay? And these girls here, they've had a fair amount of time to progress with the ball, so to come out to here. So normally we'd say, all right, we just want the ball delivered out to the side, but because we've been given that time and space, we're coming in more. And so that gives us greater options, because this position here is a lot less dangerous, let's say, than this position here. Okay, we've already encroached, we're kind of outside of the box. So now we can think about, okay, can we build an attack? So we want our center mid, I want you showing in these little pockets of space. So the normal thing, what it looks like, you'd have somebody out here marking our right back, left back, right winger, that would be, and then you'd have another player in here. Wilder, can you sneak into these little pockets, and then can we play those little balls in there? Wilder, or even a bubble, shooting back, the bubble coming back, finding those little pockets of space. And then we can quickly build attacks from there. So that's about it. High energy today. Obviously, we were well rested. There's only one game today. So let's give it our all. It's going to be a great game. We're back on the grass, which is great. It's not as hot on that grass. And I think we played really well on it first time. So I'll see you at the pitch today, guys.